It's the PHNX Cardinals halftime show, your premier Arizona Cardinal podcast. Like and subscribe. I'm Johnny Venerable, the playmaker, former Arizona Cardinal wide receiver Brittan Golden. Damon, Dawg behind the mic. The Arizona Cardinals looked like they were going to fumble away that first half. They get a last-second field goal. Thanks to our guy Chad Ryland, leads San Francisco 20-17. Kyler Murray, very good in the first half. 140 yards passing, couple of touchdowns. The defense, not so much. Sean Murphy-Bunting was ejected. Juwan Jennings. Them's fighting words. I can't imagine Jonathan Gannon is going to be happy about that. But nonetheless, Brittan Golden, BG, the Cardinals do lead.
They do. Offense is playing well. Kyler's doing exactly what we talked about in the pregame, right? Knock on wood that he can continue in the second half. But he hasn't turned the ball over. He hasn't made mistakes. He's made great throws. He's been on time with these throws. All right, he's looked good this first half. Hope that you can continue that. You need the defense to step up a little bit. You're going to have to get off the field and not allow a Josh Dobbs-led offense to just run it down your throat and move the ball downfield like that. But for the most part, you've done well. I like the fight, man. I mean, I'm not condoning fighting or anything, but you like to see it, man. You like to see a little bit. I mean, it's the game means nothing towards play. This is your last game of the season, right? The ejection, you don't like it, but listen, I like the fire. I like boys trying to play for each other out there. It happens, right? And I didn't think, Murphy-Bunting deserved to be ejected. I mean, one, it was just his first one, but, I guess something happened or maybe there was something else said, but I like it, man. Get everybody fired up, hopefully it'll spark that defense in the locker room, but, I mean, it's been a good half.
Yeah, I think just when an official goes down, they just end up
they had to find
tossing everybody, but it is unfortunate, but at the same time, Cardinal defense really has no excuse. I mean, outside of their personnel, which hasn't been great all year, but, Juwan Jennings now gone. They lose their Niners starting running back. Their
fourth starting running back of the
year.
Their
first possession of the game. He's out. So it's really Ricky Pearsall, Dobbs, and George Kittle, and that's been enough for 17 points. Here's what I will say. Rollis' defense has been good at home this year, and specifically in the second half of games. So hopefully he and JG make enough adjustments. Feels like Dobbs has got at least one more turnover in him. Tried to throw another pick to Mac Wilson after the Sean Murphy-Bunting initial interception. But to me, this first half was about the resiliency that we saw from Kyler Murray in this offense. Kyler Murray played about as well as you can play, given the fact that offensive line wasn't good, especially in that first quarter. You got Christian Jones, turnstile at right tackle. Isaiah Adams didn't have a great first half. And listen, they're not running the ball particularly well either. I mean, Michael Carter's got 9 carries for 16 yards. Kyler Murray's doing it on the ground, 2 for 16. But it's what he's doing in the prolonged intermediate passing game. 14-21, 141 yards, 6.7 yards per attempt in the 2 touchdowns. I thought his ball to Zay Jones at the end of the first half was fantastic. He stood in the pocket, delivered a strike. His Trey McBride touchdown was immaculate. Would you like to see Marvin get going a little bit? I mean, he's caught both passes that were targeted to him, but clearly, this is who the Cardinal offense is this year. I think if we're all sitting here waiting in Week 18 with backups and 4 stringers, this is almost like a preseason game. For the Cardinals offense to evolve, this is about as good as it's going to get. And I don't know if you guys saw those statistics. We confirmed this before the show started. On our pregame show. Drew Petzing is going to return as offensive coordinator for the Arizona Cardinals. And the Cardinals would be quick to point out, if they finish this game strong, Brittan Golden, as crazy and outlandish as it may seem, they're going to have a top 10 offense in the NFL. Now, do they deserve it? Their passing game has not been good this year. It's a big reason why they're going to be sitting home the start of next weekend when the playoffs start. But top run game, I think they're 5th in the NFL in rushing. They're somehow in a position to be a top 10 offense after today.
Well, and like you said, most of that comes off of the running game that they've had all season long, right?
Yeah.
They've been a very good run team throughout the season. Now, you've had games where it hasn't been great, but for the most part this season, they've run the ball really, really well. right? And the pass game has been,
Yeah.
mediocre at best, at some points. So, I mean, at this point, you just got to continue it. Yes, I know guys are down on both sides. 49ers got guys hurt. Cardinals got guys hurt. It's regardless of what it is, right? It's a game. It's an NFL football game, and somebody's got to come out on top. And I think if you can just continue, right, the offensive push that you got, continue feeding Trey McBride, because good Lord.
He's the best player on the team. Your best player is a tight end.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even class. I wouldn't even classify him as a tight end. He's a big receiver.
Yeah,
he's a monster out there. He catches the ball really well. He runs routes really well, and he yards after catch is the crazy part. I mean, you can't say enough good things about Trey McBride. So at this point, I think that your main focus right now is just continue feeding him, and then try to get other guys involved when they show up. So I mean, just keep pushing the ball downfield, keep putting points on the board, and try to win this game.
Damon, we missed a super chat on the pregame show. Then we got a bunch of super chats here on a halftime show. You want to get us started?
Yeah, let's start off with Emily. Like we said, missed that super chat in the pregame show. Emily, happy birthday. Says, first time my birthday has fallen on a Cardinals game in a hot minute. Let's get this win today. Love you, Bo, Johnny, and Damon.
Happy
Appreciate
birthday,
you, Emily.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Hope you see this. We appreciate you, and hopefully the Cardinals can get it done in the second half.
How sweet and special of Emily, by the way, to send us money on her birthday. Like
it shouldn't be like that.
Not something that has to happen, but we appreciate you nonetheless, Emily. And then we got few more super chats as well. We'll start off with Michael here, 199. Are they going to purposely not trying to get MHJ going?
I just feel like they came into this game with a clear indication that they could dominate underneath using Trey McBride, the screen game. And listen, why is Marv only, I say only, tongue-in-cheek, effective against the LA Rams defense? Which, by the way, the Rams defense is significantly better than the Niners defense. And Marv went off on that defense last week. It's a game plan thing with Drew Petzing, and like it or not, this is what he's chosen to go to bat with here on a football Sunday, and they have 20 points as a result. I'm sure he's not upset.
Yeah, next super chat, Z Warlock 505, $5 says, time for a McBride jersey. Oh my goodness.
I agree with that. Good Lord. I mean, that, like we said just a minute ago, I mean, he's at this point, there's not a better player on the football field than either team right now.
Can we get McBride jerseys at Shields and Dix and all over? Like I'm still seeing
they're going to be everywhere.
Clarence Hollywood Brown jerseys here locally.
Criminal.
Let's get Trey McBride. That's criminal. That's a criminal offense.
They'll be everywhere next season.
I was asking Santa for a nice old Trey McBride jersey. He came up empty this year.
I was just asking him for touchdowns.
You got Cole
another
instead,
one.
I think.
Yeah, Joshua 199 playing better because the game is meaningless.
I mean, last week they lost. I mean, they played all right, but that was meaningless too. I think they're playing better because the 49ers stink. And, I mean, we should basically talk about the fact this is a 3-point game. Cardinals can't afford to lose this game.
Yeah, I mean, win or lose it, neither one of them doesn't matter. But this is just one of those, like we said on the pregame show, this is a game that you need for your sake, for the hope's sake, for whatever. Just you need to win this, especially against a depleted offense for the 49ers.
I like this super chat. AZ Moses, 89, 199. Trey McBride is such a beast. Hashtag Damon Dawg was right. Been saying it all season.
I mean, you like a lot of the good players. It's easy to pile on the good players. Oh, I love Budda Baker. I love Trey McBride. I was right about James Conner scoring touchdowns this year.
I'd say I actually, I won't toot my own horn on like a Budda Baker. I thought he was washed.
Okay.
At the beginning of the season. I remember when Luke McCaffrey, do you remember that play in week 4 when Budda was saying incomplete and doing like the hands thing that DBs do, and Luke McCaffrey caught a first down? I looked at Bo and I said, that's it. Budda's done.
We thought he was going to get dealt. He's extended.
Unbelievable.
It's been great since that moment. I was wrong there, but I was right about Trey McBride. Iron, $5. Is that a violation on Jennings, the way he stayed on the field, cheered the fans, then took time undressing, walking across the end zone, and not leaving immediately?
How much money is he going to get fined for that?
Listen, I don't know if it's if anything's wrong with how long it took him to leave the field, but his pockets is about to get slapped with 2 unsportsmanlike personal fouls, whatever you want to call them, 2 of them, and an ejection. Oh, boss, that's. I mean, you're looking at upwards of 30 grand probably off of. Ooh, good luck, brother.
Feels bad. Alex Jerez, $4.99 to round us out here in a meaningless game. Reps matter. Get Marvin the football.
I wonder if they're going to prioritize it in the second half. They get the football, and listen. As much as I don't want to see the defense struggle, the more the Niners continue to score and force the issue, Cardinals have to keep the foot on the gas offensively. Drew Petzing, if this was a double-digit game, would lean into about 30 second-half carries for Michael Carter Jr. Can't do that right now. I got to continue the creativity, throwing the ball downfield. The pass protection, I think, has been a problem when trying to get the football to Marv. I think Dortch underneath, McBride underneath, outside of that throw to Zay Jones, like they've had a tough time sitting in there and delivering balls downfield because Jackson Barton's out on injured reserve. Obviously, no General Williams and Paris Johnson Jr. Christian Jones has been going back and forth with Nick Bosa, as you would expect. He's a fifth-round rookie from Texas, but maybe they can slow down the pass rush with a little Tip Ryman in the second half.
Listen, just give Kyle a little bit of time, man. That's all he has, man. I saw somebody in the chat said that we were talking about earlier. Juwan Jennings threw those temper tantrums, man. And what would he say? What was he? 25 yards shy of $1,000 or 1,000 yards?
Yeah, 25.
On the season?
It's a damn shame.
So not only are you going to lose about 35 to 50 grand off of those penalties, but you missed out on your first 1,000-yard season.
Quick programming note here. Kyler Murray, one more touchdown pass to hit 20 on the season, which may not seem like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things is more than we expected him to have just a couple weeks ago.
That's so gross,
isn't
Johnny.
it? Oh, I'm pointing it out there. One more touchdown, and Kyler Murray gets to 20 on the season. Combine that with his 5 rushing touchdowns. I'm trying to put it in context. This passing game has been so bad this year.
It's not good.
No.
20 touchdowns is not acceptable.
No, it's low. It's Daniel Jones-esque here. We're going to be back, hopefully celebrating a dub, a sweep of San Fran, and previewing a very busy offseason for the Arizona Cardinals. Hit that like, subscribe to PHNX Sports here on YouTube. For BG Damon, I'm Johnny. We'll see you after the game.
We all silly like the mayor.